Imagine standing on a dimly lit street corner. It's past midnight, a cold rain is starting to fall, and you pull out your phone. 2% battery. You open your usual ride-sharing app, expecting a $15 fare. Instead, the screen loads, the circle spins, and a new number flashes, $45. You might assume the price is high because of the storm or a lack of available drivers, but there is a different calculation happening. The system is charging you 3 times the standard rate because it detects your phone is about to die. For most of the last century, commerce relied on a predictable standard, the fixed price tag. If you walked into a store to buy a loaf of bread, the cost was the same for you as it was for the person standing next to you. In the digital age, that fixed number is being replaced by a fluid calculation known as willingness to pay, or WTP. This metric allows supercomputers to estimate the maximum amount of money you can be forced to pay at this exact second. To calculate your WTP, these platforms rely on the permissions you grant them. When you install an app to get a ride home, you are handing over access to dozens of hardware sensors hidden deep inside your device, reaching far beyond your basic GPS location. These apps monitor your battery management API, feeding real-time power status to corporate servers. At 5%, panic sets in. As the battery drops, the algorithm applies a multiplier to the price curve, knowing you'll accept a surge fare before the screen goes black. The system interprets the stress of a low battery as a mathematical vulnerability. It is a calculation designed to exploit your lack of options for a higher margin. This logic extends to desktop browsing as well. You search for a flight, hesitate for 10 minutes to check your schedule, and when you refresh the page, the price has jumped by $50. Airline pricing models often attribute these sudden jumps to a decrease in available seats. However, cybersecurity researchers have found that these increases are often triggered by the tracking data you leave behind. This is browser fingerprinting. By logging your IP and tracking cookies, the website identifies you as a returning user looking at the same flight. The algorithm sees high intent, artificially inflating the price to pressure you into purchasing immediately. This process bypasses the logic of a competitive market. It is a system of algorithmic extortion built on your demonstrated intent to buy. These individual data points are fed into a massive, unseen data brokerage network. Every click, every purchase, and every physical movement is logged to help the machine find your maximum extraction point. The algorithm uses hardware signatures to estimate your wealth. For example, browsing for a hotel from a $3,000 laptop can trigger higher baseline prices compared to someone using an older, cheaper model. Your physical location provides the final piece of the puzzle. Requesting a ride away from a hospital at 3 a.m. registers as an emergency or deep emotional distress. The algorithm sees the location, assumes you are in a vulnerable state, and adjusts the price accordingly. Hardware wealth markers and geographic distress signals are synchronized. The system finds your specific pressure points and increases the cost at the moment you have the least leverage. When you combine these data points, the result is a digital panopticon, where the transparency of the market is replaced by the predictive power of artificial intelligence. This is an asymmetrical fight. On one side are massive corporations with thousands of servers and petabytes of behavioral data. On your side is a single screen and a battery that is running out of time. You can fight back, but it requires a change in how you use your devices. The first rule is to never assume the price on your screen is the final word. Use hardened privacy browsers and virtual private networks to mask your IP address and location. These tools make it more difficult for the algorithm to link your search history to your identity. Regularly clear your cookies and digital fingerprints. By doing this, you prevent the algorithm from building a historical profile of your buying habits and intent. When you are standing in the rain with a low battery, remember that your data is being used against you. Carry a power bank, keep multiple competing apps installed, and try to hide your urgency from the interface. These corporations rely on your panic and your need for convenience. Taking back control of your data is the only way to refuse the game. To find more ways to protect your digital identity, subscribe to the channel.